Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to today's video, which is going to be a massive clean with me video. Here are some clips of my house and how out of hand it had gotten in the half term. The kids have been off school and my house has been completely annihilated. They have just trashed it and the housework has just gone to pot, basically. If you're new to my channel, my name is Gillian and I have got 4 children. I have Alexa, who is 11, twins who are age 4, and then a baby girl who is 6 months old. So lots of children in my house making lots of mess, plus me and Aid. So mess does build up pretty quickly, so my house needed a massive clean, and I thought I would bring you all along with me for some cleaning motivation, or if you just like cleaning videos, then this video is for you. Here I am starting in my living room. This basket here has all of the girls' dolls and baby toys, so I like to try and separate their toys, and this is just where I have decided to keep all of their dolls stuff. So I'm just organising all of their toys that they have gotten out away, and then I am starting to do Amora's little play area. This is her play area in our living room. I just moved the jumperoo to the kitchen because she's got lots of toys in this corner, so I thought the jumperoo would be more useful in the kitchen, so she's got something to play with in there as well. I then dust round the skirting board around her area and then give it a hoover and a clean before putting all of her toys back into place.
Siendo que ya no te tengo, o al menos yo no tu amor. No. Tell me how you feel about us. Yeah. Tell me how you feel about us.
Moving into the other half of the living room, I am just tidying away toys, items, just anything that doesn't belong in this area, and putting everything back away.
I keep on falling for you. I keep on falling for you. Through the night and day, I keep on falling for you. I keep on falling now. Tell me how you feel about us. Yeah. Tell me how you feel about us.
I am folding away the blankets. We have so many blankets in this house because we love just cozying up on the sofa as a family, watching films and having blankets on us. So yeah, they're always in a mess in our living room. And then I've taken all of the seat cushions off the sofa and I'm giving it a clean underneath. There's always little bits of food and toys and God knows what that always ends up down the side of the sofa. So just giving it all a good clean and getting rid of all of those crumbs.
We used to be so good together, like Bonnie and Clyde. Yeah, that kind of vibe, a love that couldn't last forever. Explosive, right? Dynamite.
Putting our throw back onto the sofa. This is a small throw that I found in Aldi, and I really should have bought a few more to cover up the whole sofa. We need to cover up our sofa because, like I said, with all of the kids and even with me and Aid, it's so hard to not get marks on our sofa, which is a nightmare. So we need to cover it with throws all of the time because these sofas as well show every single watermark. I'm also moving on to the girls' toy kitchen. This is always a mess because, as you can imagine, they love to play with it and get everything out, which is fine. I love them playing, but it does always cause for tidying up. And then I have a little basket full of Amora's bits for the living room, like muslin, baby wipes and baby toys. So I'm just giving that a little bit of an organise. I'm really sorry about the angle here that you can't see. This is my first proper cleaning video that I've done, so I need to work on my angles in this video, but at least I know for next time to try and get better angles. Moving on to dusting now, and I am just using a microfiber cloth and a bottle mixed with diluted flora in water. I'm just using that to spray and wipe down with the cloth. I'm using this on the kitchen and on the skirting boards.
It hurts to breathe the night. I need to know.
moving on to the TV unit. This is probably the most boring TV unit you've seen in your life. There is no decor on it or nothing very special on it at all. We have always plans to have a fireplace built into our living room and then maybe get built-ins or shelves or something, but because it's taken us so long to get the fireplace done, I just didn't want to style up this TV unit when I thought I'd be getting rid of it, so I kept it how it is. But as time's going on, it's just becoming really a very boring area, so I think we're going to have to think of something or do something with this area if we're not going to get the fireplace done quite yet. I mean, we still plan to do that, but it's just a case of when we're going to do that, we're not too sure. So yeah, I mean, I really need some ideas and some inspo for what I can do with this side of the living room, or the whole living room really. The whole room really needs a good decoration. I haven't got any artwork on the wall, there's no cushions on the sofa, it is still very, very bland. So I really need ideas of what to do with this room. I just didn't want to buy anything or get anything, can it be the wrong choice, and I'm such a bad decision maker, so it's just taken me really long. So hopefully over the next year there's going to be some big changes in this living room, and I should hopefully be able to document that on my YouTube channel. Giving everything a really good hoover now, and whenever I'm hoovering in my videos and I've got my Henry Hoover, sometimes I think to myself, am I the only person left on this planet that doesn't have a cordless hoover? I would absolutely love a cordless hoover, but we just haven't got round to buying one, so I've just got my trusty Henry Hoover, or Harriet Hoover, Henrietta Hoover, whatever the pink one is called. She does the job, but I think we will have to upgrade to a new Hoover at some point. Look at that massive pile of celebrations on the basket that I found behind it, which the girls had obviously left there for a later date. So thank you very much for that, girls. But I gave that area a dust with the skirting board and the windowsill and a hoover, and now I'm moving into the hallway and dusting the stairs. The stairs need to be done so often. Anyone that has a runner knows that the dust just absolutely loves to gather on the sides of the runner, and it's obviously a high traffic area as well, so it brings in a lot of dust, so the stairs need doing very often. Now onto this massive mountain of washing up which is built up. I changed my top as I was getting hot and sweaty in the sweater, and I'm just in a gym top, and I cheated a little bit with the washing up because I didn't film it all. My camera had to go back onto charge. So whilst I was charging the battery, I washed up a little bit, and then I'm just continuing to finish the washing up. There was so much of it and there's not much drying space, so I find the best way to do my washing up is to do it in sections. We do have a dishwasher, but it needs fixing and I never use it, so yeah, I'm just washing up all the dishes with my Dishmatic brush. I bought my marigold gloves in B&M and I absolutely love them because they have a soft lining, so it feels like fur and they're just so snug to wear, so I love washing up with them. I always choose to wash up in the utility as well. I think it's just because there's just a bigger drying area. Our sink in the kitchen doesn't have a drying area because it's next to the dishwasher, and it was meant to be so that we would just put our dishes straight in the dishwasher, but I wash up in the utility. Now I'm just making little pots of powder so that when Amora has her bottle, the powder is all measured out ready. This is just a useful tip so it's quick and easy to make her bottles. Taking everything off the windowsill because I noticed there's like some splashing on the windowsill or some marks which have obviously come from the sink. So I was giving them a wipe down. I didn't do the tops of the windows, so yeah, I just used a window cleaner and a cloth to clean the bottom, so I was being a little bit lazy there. And then I'm just using my Minky and diluted Flora again to just wipe on down the windowsill. Now using a Minky and the Sift cream. I've got the pink Cif cream here and I'm just using it to wipe down the sides. I love this pink Cif cream. I literally use it for everything in the kitchen and I just absolutely love it. And then I'm just washing off the minky and getting some water to really wash off the Cif cream off the side. Then I'm just going to use my cloth to go over it and make sure that I've picked everything up, and then I'm just going to do the same with the other side. Moving on to the bins now. These absolutely stunk and needed a good clean. Using a Dishmatic, I'm cleaning out the bins. This is not the same Dishmatic that I use for my dishes, definitely not. This is one purely for the bins, and then I'm just rinsing out the bins after I've washed them out. Drying off any excess water with some paper towels, and then I'm going to put a little bit of Soflora on a paper towel to leave at the bottom for a nice scent in the bin, and also pop in some of the Unstoppables to keep them smelling a little bit fresh for longer. Then obviously put in some new bin bags. Back with the Cif again, and this time I'm using it on the hob. It is just an absolute godsend for this kitchen. I love it. I absolutely love our cooker, so love looking after it as well. So yeah, use the Cif and buff it into the cooker with my minky, and then I'll use a little bit of water and a cloth to wash and wipe it down again. I'm also going around these knobs, but it's actually really difficult to not turn on the cooker whilst trying to clean the knobs. Time to give this sink a good clean. It really needed it, plus after washing out all of that bin juice, it needed a big clean. And yep, you guessed it, I'm back in there with the Cif again, buffing it round with a minky. So just my favourite way to clean, just using some water and yeah, washing away with the Cif. I will also wipe down the outer edge of the sink because there's always marks that get onto there, and the taps. Next, I then put some bicarbonate soda into the sink to mix with some white vinegar. I really wish I could have showed you this properly, but my camera angle again was not at the right angle, so I will work on this for next time, guys, because the vinegar really fizzes up the bicarbonate soda and I needed it really to wash down all of that bin smell. And then I tried to flush some hot water down as well. Buffing down the fridge, and I'm just using a window cleaner and a green microfiber cloth, just giving it a good buff in to wipe away any marks and give it a nice shine. We always get marks on that chrome bit where you pull out the fridge, and then it's time to hoover, and you can spot a little mini me in the kitchen now. She is awake from her nap. We had Baby Sensory on the TV, so she was watching that as well. Sorry that this bit is blurry. Again, I didn't realise it was recording blurry, but I am just spray mopping the floor. Now to clean the utility sink, which was really quite filthy. You've guessed it, guys, I'm going in with the sieve. I'm giving everything a good wipe down. I'm actually using the Flash multi-purpose cleaner on the sides and just the sieve in the sink. I just don't know how it slips. I've mentioned this in videos before, but as you could tell, our utility is nowhere near done. The tiles still all need grouting, the whole room needs painting, areas need sanding. It is a really neglected area and needs lots of work still, so bear with us there. It should be done hopefully this year, just like everything else, but we made the mistake of trying to do everything at once and not finishing one room in this house. So this year our aim is to get each room done one by one, and I would absolutely love this room to be finished. It's funny because it's been that setting plaster pink colour for so long that now I actually do like the pink colour against the black and the white and the gold. But I think we will go for a white, just a plain white for this room once we go to decorate it. And then I'm hoping to get lots of shelves above the sink where I can display some nice bits and bobs. So hopefully in the end it should look quite nice.
Breakfast when it's dark again. Let us be heartless and cry. You and me as body and pride.
I also wiped down the cabinets just with the cloth, just to give them a little clean, as there was marks running down the edge. And then I was pretty much there with this utility sink. Now just using the Flash multi-purpose spray and a cloth to wipe down our dining table. I get asked a lot about this dining table, and it's from Loaf, but we managed to get it on Facebook Marketplace secondhand for an absolute bargain. Look at the baby sensory on the TV as well, isn't it funny? But Amora is just obsessed with it. She could stare at that for hours. So yes, it's a godsend. If you've got a little one, then definitely try baby sensory, search it on YouTube. Using the spray and the cloth as well to wipe down this unit and the cupboard doors before I hoover. There's always needs hoovering under this table and mopping because the kids, as you can imagine, again, food just gets everywhere, cereals, main dinner, I mean, it's just always needs a hoover or a mop down. Repeating the process in the utility room, hoovering and spray mopping the floor down. This floor also gets very grubby because it's very high traffic. We always use this door to enter our house. We always come through the side door once we get out of the car. So yeah, when it's rainy or muddy or dirty outside, then that is where all of our shoes are coming through the house. And then that is our kitchen finished after spray and mopping. So yeah, feels nice to have a nice clean kitchen again.
See, I know this, but the last days in real life.
And now onto the playroom snug, and boy have they been playing in this room and made a mess. So yeah, it's time to give this a good tidy. I also decided to organise and declutter the toys. So get rid of some toys that they aren't using. We still have toys in the garage that need to come into the house, so I wanted to create a little bit of room. So I'm just emptying out this bag of toys which the girls had filled up, and then I'm just going to sort through all of their little baskets in this unit. I've said it with all of the rooms, but this room I'm really planning a big makeover. The sofa in this room is just humongous, and for a while it worked because the kids do use it, but in reality it's only really Lex that sits on it to use her Xbox because the twins are playing, and I'd like to move their toy kitchen into this room and get them some more toy bits, so it just takes up too much room. So as Lex is the only one that really sits on it when she's playing the Xbox, I thought if I bought her a smaller chair, then we would have lots more room to create a nice play area for the girls, and I've got lots of ideas for the play area for them, so I'd love to create that. So yeah, just continuing to sort through and have a big declutter. My favourite way to declutter and organise is to empty out everything onto the floor, then I can organise it back into the categories or where it's meant to be. The baskets here have a rough category which I know what goes where anyway because I organised it not that long ago, but it always needs redoing every few months because the girls mix them up and new toys get slotted in there. I'm just putting this white bag as a bin bag, so any rubbish I'm putting in the white bag, and then I'm reusing the B&M bag as the toys that can be donated or given away that we don't need anymore. It honestly just feels so good for the soul to have a declutter. I love doing it. It just makes you feel a lot more fresher and keeps my mind a lot more organised once I know everything is in its right category. I mean, in a playroom, the kids are always going to mess things up, but it still makes me feel a little bit better. Giving the throws on the sofa a little bit of a tidy and spruce up and changing over the white throw. The sofas need throws, I've mentioned before, just because of the kids and marks, just to protect them a little bit, so we always keep throws on them. Do you like my little hack here of using the stool to hold up the sofa? There was so much dust and rubbish it gathered up underneath the sofa. God knows what the kids do in here, but it was absolutely filthy, so that needed a good hoover. Back to organising a few more toys. This little crate up here at the moment houses the Xbox and all of Lexi's bits, so some stationery, she's got some nails in there, she had some mints and just some really random bits that she keeps in there. So I emptied it all out and gave it a bit of a hoover and clean before sorting everything back into it.
And now you made it, but I already played this, not interested. Open your eyes, let's get it done, take my hand, just follow me. Shadow with me, I won.
Moving on to the girls' art table, they have these handy little trays in here which they can keep their art bits in. Not long ago I actually organised their art drawer in the kitchen and had all of their pencils separated. I had all the pens in one bag, all the gel pens in another, felt tips in another, crayons in another, but the twins decided to empty out all of my hard work and just empty it all into this one big tub, which makes it a lot easier for them, I guess. Mixed in with the pens and in these tubs were tiny bits of paper and rubbish that the twins had mixed in with all of the art bits. So I'm just clearing that all out and putting in the bin everything that needs to go in the bin, and then just reorganising all their colouring books so it's just a little bit more neat and tidy and fits into the tray a lot better.
And now you made it, but I already played this, not interested. Open your eyes, let's just follow me.
This little table was from IKEA and it was such a good buy. The girls really love it. They get on with it so well because they can access their art and craft bits all the time, and it keeps them away from drawing on the kitchen table. So yeah, I'm really pleased with this little IKEA table. Back to dusting again with the Sephora and my cloth. If I was doing a really deeper clean, then I would dust down the shutters as well, but I did not do that on this particular day. Then I went on to dust down the TV unit and just where all the toys are, again using the same method. Wiping down the art table now, and there was a lot of crayon marks and felt tip pen marks. This table was bought for them to draw on and create art on, so it's going to get marks on it, and that is okay.
I just wanna hold you.
Finishing off this room with a hoover and a mop before putting the carpet down, and then I love to spray Carpet Fresh 101 or 1001 onto the carpet as well for an extra scent in this room. And then that is this playroom done for now. The throws in this room look so ugly. When I look back, I'm like, oh, I really don't like them, but it has to be for now. So when we change over the sofa chair, it should get a lot better. Lexi's room now, and her bed is made, but you might be able to see some bed covers down the other side. That is because the twins are camping out in her room throughout the half term, where their room has been painted and decorated. But this is a side of the room which I really need to do of Lexi's. Clothes and washing has just gone everywhere. There's books on the floor, and it all just needs a good tidy up and sort out. So that's just what I'm going to be finishing off this little cleaning session with, putting all of the clothes and books away. Sorting the clothing in her room now. A lot of it was washing, and I just chucked the washing to the side so that I could take that into my room when I'm finished and organise the washing into the right areas. Some of this was the twins' clothing as well, because like I said, they've been staying in her bedroom throughout the half term. And yeah, just chucking the washing to the side. And then I ended up giving her drawers a little bit of a sort out and folding away some bits, because I'd sorted it out not that long ago, but where she's been grabbing stuff out of the drawers, it had gone a little bit to pot. So yeah, I just ended up organising a little bit of her clothing. I always use the Marie Kondo way of folding and tidying away our clothes in drawers. It just looks really neat, and you can see where everything is and what you have left. So I just find it is definitely the best way to fold and organise clothes. Then everything in her room will just get a little dust down. after that, that is me done for the day. I am giving up on cleaning for the day to spend the rest of the day with the girls whilst it is the last little bit of the half term. The house feels a lot cleaner, a lot fresher, and I feel a lot more happier for it. I really hope that you enjoyed watching this video, that it's given you some motivation to maybe declutter or clean or organise, and I shall see you all in a video very, very soon.